EM37900. This is that DeLonghi. It's a Penguino 500, the 11,500 BTU portable air conditioner. This is going to be a fan. This is going to be an air conditioner, and this is going to work as a dehumidifier, doing all of those three things really, really well to help keep you cool and comfortable this summer season. Today it's being offered at that sale price. It's really amazing, $449.98. The 5 easy payments of $90 to get it home. So immediately $90, and you're getting that cooling, right? So, I mean, if you're sitting at home hot right now, you're going to get this comfort when you bring it home. There's also $15 shipping and handling, which, again, you go to the big box store, you're going to be disappointed with the prices, but you definitely, I think that $15 to get it home is definitely going to be well worth it. But here's what you're seeing here. Oh, and great. You know what? This actually does qualify for that special financing also. So if you want to extend that even longer, you absolutely can to 12 months, which is really, really nice there. But what we're talking about today is obviously comfort, right? We're sitting at home. We're almost in the middle of May, or not even, the beginning of May. It was 86 degrees here in the Northeast in Westchester, Pennsylvania, right? So we're going to go all around and talk about, the different temperatures that everybody's at right now. But it's getting hot, and it's getting hot already. So if you're able to do that extra financing, or if you're able to bring this home on an easy payment plan, you're going to use this for months and months and months down the line. But today we're going to go through about 4 things, right? Number one, I want to explain and talk to what is a portable air conditioner, right? This unit that's not hanging outside of the window, it's sitting inside in our home, right? The second thing we want to talk about is this piece from DeLonghi. What are some of the great features that you guys are going to absolutely love about it, like the sleep timer, or being able to use that wireless remote control? I then want to talk about, what type of room size this is going to work for. I'll give you a sneak peek. It's 500 square feet, so that's an incredibly large piece there. And then finally, what you're seeing here is kind of how this works, right? So I mentioned earlier, this portable air conditioner, you can see that yellow air that's coming in there. That's the hot, stale, stagnant air that's sitting in your room right now. It's going through that condenser, going through this air conditioning system, removing the hot air that you can see blowing in the red, and then pumping those blue arrows into your room. When it's doing that, it's naturally, an air conditioner is removing humidity. So if you think about how this works, and we'll get into it, but we're breaking down and pulverizing those air molecules that are sitting in the hot air right now, and we're pumping those outside. So again, if you think about air conditioners that you've seen in the past, those big heavy ones that you have to drag down up from the attic, and they're about 4 or 5 feet long, weigh hundreds of pounds, any of that stuff, you can see here, this air conditioning unit is giving me that cool comfort up on top here, but all of that hot air is being pumped out through this tube directly outside my window. So as you look here, this is the front of my house. Instead of having to have that big, ugly box that we've all known and kind of grew up with hanging out the front of my house, now I'm able to keep this unit inside. It's safe, it's secure, it's clean. I don't have to worry about having to, getting rained on or cracks open, and then it's being exhausted through. The other thing that I'll mention with this, the big difference with a portable air conditioner, is that I've got window space, right? This little 4 or 5 inches that it's taking up here is all, right? So I'm still able to completely pull up these blinds, have the light and air come through, as opposed to losing that with, again, another full-size unit. So first and foremost, that's what that portable air conditioner is. Not that big guy that hangs out your window and is unsafe and unsightly, but this guy is going to live inside your house. Now, specifically to this model, I want to talk to you guys about the 3 things that it does, right? So number one, this is an air conditioner. The second thing is going to be a fan, because as we're exchanging that air, obviously we need to push new air in, get that hot air out. The third thing is that it can actually be that same as a dehumidifier. Now, in addition to those 3 modes, we also have 3 different fan speeds. So you have level 1, level 2, level 3. None of that will surprise you. But you also have automatic, which is going to scroll through that. Now, everything that's a feature on here can be done with that remote control as well. I love that the remote control rests and nestles right in there. Oh, it's a great shot. You can see how easily that sits there. But the really cool thing here is that the remote control is very, very functional. So if you're maybe sitting in bed right now and you're a little bit hot, right? You wouldn't want to have to get up and walk over to the TV. Well, now you're going to have that same option with being able to walk over or point this over to your air conditioning unit. Now, the remote control itself, it's really, really good. So you're going to be able to go from down to 64 degrees all the way up to 90. I've never taken it that high. I've got this one here set here at 72 degrees, but it's got an automatic thermostat. So that means when I press the button here, I set that temperature, I'm cooling the room that I'm in. So instead of cranking down the AC in your entire household, right, let's just cool the room that we're in. And in this case, I'm sitting in my living room, okay? This is a room that's probably about half the size of what this can do. This unit is rated 11,500 BTUs. And what that means, it's a British BTU, the thermal unit count, right? So they were talking about air conditioners and how much heat we can remove at the same time and cool down that air. And with this, that means a room recommended for 500 square feet. Now, if you want to think about a room for 500 square feet, we're talking a 20 by 25 foot room with 8-foot high ceilings. I can tell you in my house, it's about 2,000 square feet, a little under. That means it's covering my living room here, my dining room back behind the camera, and spreading over into the kitchen. So my split level home, this unit is giving me that air conditioner. Now, so that's what a portable air conditioner is, and that's some of the things that the DeLonghi piece here is going to give you in terms of the features. Let's talk about who this is perfect for. Do you have an air conditioning system that maybe has been a little bit old? How many, getting a little long in the tooth? It's just not running all the time, but not getting you cool. Well, how about we use this guy to bring it into the room that you're in the most, whether that's your bedroom upstairs that gets hotter than the rest of the house, or whether that's the living room here where everybody's spending most of their time. Now you can cool the room that you're in with an efficient, effective piece of equipment that's going to keep this room cool instead of the entire house. So a really great way to kind of keep the thermostat raised up a little bit more in your house, but then cool the room that you're in. And when you cool the room, it's incredibly fast. I mean, I wish you guys could be here, and I hope you're not hot sitting at home, but this is really, really kicking out that air. So if you think about your room, right? Maybe this is, again, that bedroom, the last bedroom, or the one that has the most sunlight, right? Where it's just beating down all the time. This is going to give you that cooling comfort action. Now, again, I want to talk about the differences of, well, you know what? I think we should talk a little bit about DeLonghi themselves. There's a lot of options out there, but DeLonghi has truly been and has been for a long time the leader in the portable air conditioning units, right? So DeLonghi, I'll start there, was a company that's been around for well over 120 years. Okay, it's an Italian design company, so it's no surprise how beautiful this unit looks. You can see it's not too big. This is going to be, I think we have the dimensions, guys, but it'll show you on there. I actually have them here as well. So 13 inches wide. We're talking 27 and a half inches high, and then you have 16 inches in the depth, which is so cool, right? And so it's a really small, compact, but powerful unit. Now, I want to walk a little bit closer to you guys so I can read this. I'll briefly go through some of these quotes, right? I ordered this to cool my bedroom off in the summer heat. It was so easy to install. It works great. There's no drip pan required. We're going to get to that. And so if you're looking for white noise, this is most likely isn't for you because it's very, very quiet. Mind you, the next one is, mind you, this was put on the 3rd floor. Heat rises. We all know that, right? And but the beautiful thing is that it can handle the heat and the humidity. It's the size of the unit is relatively, for the size of the unit, it's relatively quiet. It cools and is a wonderful product. And then finally, I absolutely love the DeLonghi air conditioner. It's quiet and cools the room down very fast. It's also on wheels, right? So I'm glad that people said that, so they can move from room to room. So again, think about this, guys. If you're in the market for an air conditioner, that's exactly what I've been saying. Customers are getting this home and saying, wait a second, I want to be cool. I want to cool the room that I'm in. And this is that simple, easy solution to get that done. The portable air conditioner, like that customer mentioned, is on wheels. So if we look here, you can see the back of the unit. I'm able to move that around. I have that heat tube here. And then the installation that they were mentioning, well, it's pretty easy. So I'm going to raise this up and show you. If you guys look over here, you're going to see that window kit that comes with it, right? This is the entire installation. It'll take you about 10 minutes. You're going to fit this to the window. You're going to snap on the hose directly into this piece, which fits in there. And then you're going to hook this hose into the unit itself. So if we think about how this portable air conditioner is working, right? We talked about it before, but in the back of the unit here, the air is coming into the back of the unit, right? That stale, humid, stagnant air that's sitting in our home. It's then going to run it through the condenser, which is going to break down that refrigerant, immediately heat up those pipes, and pull hot, stale, stagnant air and kick it right outside of the window. So that means this window here, I still have a screen in there, right? So there's no bugs getting in or anything like that. There's no unsightliness in the front of my house. And that's the big difference from those big box units that you would typically have to put in there before. So that's why we love those portable ACs. I love that, hey, my neighbors, friends, family, I mean, some apartment complexes, they won't even allow you to have those big box guys anymore. So this is a perfect solution for that. A couple other things that those customer reviews were saying is they're able to move them from place to place. And that's what we really like. I mean, I hate kind of bashing those big air conditioning units, but I'm going to continue to do it a little bit, right? Because that guy's sitting outside, right? And whether it's a second floor, first floor, if I have to bring that in, a piece that's sitting outside in the rain, the snow, all of the elements, right? And then bring that to a different room, I definitely wouldn't do that more than once. But being on caster wheels and such a small, lightweight piece, well, I will say it's about 60 pounds, but I've got handles on the side here, so I'm able to pick it up and move it around. But the cool thing here is that it's just incredibly efficient. Now, I'm hearing that there's only 100 of these remaining, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. We're talking about early May. We've got over 100 units, only 100 units to go around. And we're talking today. And this is honestly, guys, this is really, really impressive if you look out there. The QVC price standard is $523, $449 today. That's about $73 in savings off the already great QVC price. This is early in the season, offered at that sale price, and there's only about 100 units remaining, with 35 customers already giving that 5-star reviews. You read a couple of them earlier. But let's take it back and talk about, again, how this can help you. Are you sitting in your bedroom right now? Is it a little bit hot? Do you have the fan running, right? Or do you somebody that sleeps with the covers on, or are you sweating and you got to? Personally, I need my room really, really cool, and then I like to cover up with the covers, right? So this is a perfect example for me where I can bring this portable air conditioner unit upstairs to the 3rd floor of my split level home where that heat's continuing to rise. And instead of having to crank down the entire temperature of the home, I'm able to just use this portable air conditioner to bring down the room that I'm in. Now, all the features that we talked about that are up on top there, you're going to be able to use with that remote. The remote, first and foremost, is going to nestle right into the top of the unit, so you're never going to lose it. Now, from the top left there, obviously the power on and off, you have those 3 modes. Those 3 modes are the air conditioner, the fan, and then also just as a dehumidifier. Now, below that, you have the 3 fan speeds. So that means low, medium, high, as well as an auto, which is going to ramp up and down. I like to pick and just kind of choose, set the temperature that you're in, let the automatic fan do it by itself. Additionally, you can select the temperature. So just like you have, a lot of people out there don't have air conditioning, whether you're in an area, maybe it's the northwest, right, where it's cool most time of the year, but you have those 4 or 5 months where it really, really spikes up, and it's kind of day to day. A lot of homes don't have air conditioners. Now they could. Again, maybe your air conditioning system is a little bit older. If you do have a whole house system, well, we all know how that goes, right? But you could have this to bring it with you from place to place. And then the final thing on that remote, which I wasn't able to speak to yet, is a sleep timer. So if you're somebody who says, hey, I want to set that, I want to have it run for the first couple hours to get me to sleep, and then be able to fall asleep and have that go back up, so you have that additional cost savings, you can do that. The same thing, you can actually set this to come on if you're going to be leaving the house. So leave the house, and then set that timer. It can automatically turn on